The Building Bridges Initiative Task Force has recommended an expanded executive, ostensibly to enhance inclusivity in national governance. Now, the BBI team has proposed the return of the Prime Minister's seat, with 2 deputies and cabinet ministers appointed from Parliament. The loser in a presidential contest will get a soft landing as leader of the official opposition if the BBI recommendations are adopted through a referendum poll. Let's get more from our very own Francis Gashuri.
President Uhuru Kenyatta could be the first and last occupier of the country's top job under the pure presidential system of governance adopted by Kenyans 10 years ago. The BBI task force is recommending a departure from the presidential model of governance and a return to the hybrid architecture of government, ostensibly to enhance inclusivity in management of the country.
This winner-take-all mentality that everything in Kenya is about one seat, and if I don't get it, I will not get my right. No.
The BBI team is proposing an expanded executive, which includes the President, Deputy President, Prime Minister and 2 Deputy Prime Ministers. The Premier, if the BBI recommendation sails through, will be the leader of government business in the National Assembly, whose core task will be overseeing government legislative agenda in the August House and supervising government operations in the ministries and state departments. The Prime Minister will be a member of Parliament and leader of the party or coalition with a majority in the National Assembly. The Premier will be appointed by the President, subject to confirmation by the National Assembly, and can be sacked by the head of state or ejected through a successful motion of impeachment.
This is not a document against any individual, against any community. This is a document that is for 50 million Kenyans.
It is not about making Raila Odinga president or making Uhuru Kenyatta prime minister. That is so far from it. That is propaganda.
The 2 deputy prime ministers will be appointed by the President and picked from among members of the cabinet. Other than managing their respective ministerial dockets, the 2 deputy prime ministers will deputize the Premier in execution of various functions, but will only receive 1 salary. They will serve at the President's pleasure. The BBI report has also proposed changes in the model of cabinet appointments and composition. This includes a change of name from cabinet secretaries to cabinet ministers. The President will also be able to appoint members of the National Assembly to be ministers, and technocrats handed ministerial flags will also become ex-officio members of the National Assembly. To avoid a feeling of being left out after losing in the State House race, the first runners-up in the presidential election will be handed the leader of official opposition seat. The opposition chief will be nominated to the National Assembly and facilitated through taxpayers' resources to lead his or her troops from the August House.
The model of governance and scramble for power are a common feature every 5 years when Kenyans go to the ballot. The BBI recommendations on a new architecture of governance will be subjected to a referendum where the country's electorate will have the final say at the ballot. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV, Kisii County.